Facebook fam, or I guess maybe YouTube fam if you're watching this on YouTube when I repurpose my content over there. This is Cassandra, aka the Daily Wealth Ninja. I am currently checking to make sure that you can hear me before I go off and share with you some really cool stuff today in regards to Forex. Now, if you're not sure about what Forex is, okay, cool, you can hear me. If you're not sure what Forex is, basically it's something that up until about 20 years ago, only bankers had access to. And now the normal person who has a, everyday job, who's maybe trying to supplement their income, maybe try to replace their income, whatever, has the opportunity to not only learn a skill set that the top 2% in the world are the only ones that used to know how to do this, right? So I'm sharing this with you today to show you some of the trades that I've been in today, as well as how I got in those trades and what you can do when you are looking to improve your own trades. So, hey Shane, thanks so much for joining me today. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hey Jeff, hey Joe, thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, and actually before I share my screen, I wanted to make sure that we are all in compliance here. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Anything that I share with you in this video today is for educational purposes only. I am not providing you signals. I'm simply sharing with you information and education that I've learned along the way to build my skill set. Past results do not guarantee nor dictate your future success. Results are not typical. I am simply sharing with you what's possible. So, let's go ahead and show you now. Share screen. Okay, perfect. So this was a call given to me by an educator that I have the benefit, but it's not the word I'm looking for, but the benefit of utilizing because of a group of people that I decided to get involved with to learn this skill. Now this educator called it, he basically, one of the tools that I use to make my trades, sometimes, there's so many ways to make trades, but one of the ways that I do this is by utilizing an app where educators, like I don't know how many are on there, but there are several different educators who will give you trade ideas. So they chart up stuff during the day. They say, hey, I see this. This is what I think is going to happen, and then they send out what they see in the markets. Now you can take the trade. You don't have to. Obviously, it's an investment, so there is some financial risk. As always, please consult with your financial advisor before stepping into that, and never invest in anything that you don't have the ability to just not have it again. So, hey John, hey Marco, thanks so much for joining. So this app made this call on October 15th, so 15 days ago, at about 10:53 in the morning, I believe my time, and the educator's handle, which is basically your username, right, was Starboy. And Starboy actually has some incredible trades. So if you want to have access to this app, let me know, and I'll make sure to get you set up. So he sent out the trade, and he gave a stop loss, which that SL means, and that's basically if the trade goes in the direction you don't expect it to, it stops you out so you minimize your risk. So he gave the stop loss, 3 potential take profits, and as you can see here, it's currently in the green. There's no red because my stop loss is this green line right here. So it used to be way, way, way down at the bottom, because the original stop loss was 1.29301 for this particular trade. And if you don't know what all this is, don't freak out. I have a 5-day Forex Basics Bootcamp for you. Just let me know by saying Bootcamp down below, and I'll be sure to get that link for you. Hey, Joshua, thanks so much for joining. Yes, Marco, it is awesome. Copy, paste, profit, and results not typical, past results not guarantee nor dictate your future success, right? So he made that call. He said how many lots, which is the amount of the trade size that you're looking to get into. He gave that as well, and so I went in. I got in, I think, a little bit late. So it looks like on 1299. Yeah, so I got in like 50 or 60. No, wait, hold on. 29655, 29. So about 30 pips late, I guess, when I got in. But by the way, Marco, thank you so much for making that call or letting us know in the group that this had been called because I hadn't been paying attention. So I got in, and as you can see, it's actually gone up. So how much has this gone up? So let's go ahead and expand this. So when you're on TradingView, if you click and hold your Shift button and start wherever you want to start and click left and hold your Shift, you can actually bring it up to wherever you need it to go. So right now, it's right here. So in however many, you know what, I did that wrong. Let me do that again. Okay, so in 8 days, yeah, so within 8 days, this went up 164 pips. So what exactly does that mean? So at 169 pips, right, let's say that 1 pip was equal to $1. Just to make things easy, that's probably not what the actual currency trade is here. But let's say that 1 pip was $1. If that's what it was when you got in and you made 169 pips, you made $169 in less than a week, or a little more than a week. That's really nice when all you did was take a suggestion, make up your charts based on the education you've received, and then just let it fly, right? So really awesome. So that's what's happening with this particular one. And one trick that I meant to show you at the very beginning is something to do with TradingView. Over here on the top right, there's this thing called a watch list. If you've never seen this before, this might blow your mind. So when you click on it, it tells you your current watch list. You can add symbols by tapping them up here. But if you come over here and click on a flag, you can create a different color, right? For whatever reason you're going to have that. And then when you click up here in this other section, it looks kind of like a list right here. What happens is, depending on what flag color you have, if you go to that list, red list, green list, purple list, it has all the particular trades that you want to view for that point. So I made this to kind of have the trades I wanted to share with you today in a small window to make it easy. And so as you can see, USDCAD was at the top of it because this was one of the tools that I used to get into the trade. This particular one, CHFJPY, which is the Canadian, no, Swiss franc, and the Japanese yen. And so this one was called from an actual live trader. One of the benefits that I have is that I'm in private groups with these educators where they provide their tips and their specific setups and how they trade. And so one of them is called the bounce back strategy. And it's also been called red light, green light, and you might have heard it in some other circles. But basically what this is it uses parabolic SARs as well as Bollinger Bands and a couple of other things in order for you to tell what direction well, it could be stocks or crypto or forex, but what direction the charts are going to go. So I took his suggestion, charted it up, and put my trade in, and it's supposed to be long term. So yes, it is disconcerting that it's currently in the red, but if you look at, let's see, this is CHF. CHF. Okay, well, we'll fix that. CHF, what was it? Japanese yen. CHF, Japanese yen. There it is. Okay, so on the, hey Anne, thank you so much for joining. So on the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen, we can see that on the hour chart, it shows that it's currently well, it's actually kind of mixed, but this to me is indicating that it's going to continue to be a buy because it's in an uptrend. We have the Ichimoku cloud in a positive green, what was that, good future, dark past, I don't know what it's called. Still learning some of the technical name terms and things, but everything is showing that it's going to continue to go in an uptrend. So putting all that together, I still suspect that this is going to come out of here and go up in the direction that he did. I also did other charting techniques, but I wanted to minimize my time here because I'm about to hop on and give you a step-by-step walkthrough live of gold here in a second. So the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen wasn't called by a specific educator, not through one of the tools, but simply by associating myself with people who are doing forex part-time in order to create a full-time income. And again, results not typical, past results not guarantee nor dictate future success. Someone else's results do not mean you're going to have the same. I'm just telling you what's possible. So those are what those two were. These bottom three, I'm not going to go through all three of them because they're all basically the same. I'm just going to choose one, the one that I actually am really excited about, because what I did today was I charted it up, I took a screenshot, and I shared it with my team, and one of them seemed kind of surprised about what I had shared, and so I thought this might be good to provide for you today, and then I'll go ahead and close this for this video. So GBPUSD, this is the Great British Pound, United States dollar. As you can see, it is currently in profit based off of when I last, or when I put in my trade. So what this was this was also a trade that was provided to me from one of the tools that I use, and the process is for me to do this is that I will take a screenshot of the alerts, so that way I can put it up on TradingView. I didn't do that because I wanted to share with you what this process looks like. So I'll go ahead and open up that now. And so what you're seeing on the screen right here, good, you can still see me. What you're seeing on the screen right here is a screenshot of what's called a harmonic pattern. I believe this is a bat. I might be wrong. This is a crab, sorry. So this crab was called, it was using a tool that basically is automated, right? It uses computers to do all the mathematical functions for you and then says, hey, I'm drawing this pattern for you, put this in and, you know, see, do your charting and see if this is an accurate trade for you. They give stop loss, take profit, 1, 2, and sometimes 3, depends on, you know, how big the time frame and what it looks like and all stuff. But it's stuff that you don't have to worry about, right? You just have like a notification or whatever, and it tells you, and boom, you can go in and start making your trades or start charting it up. So first things first, we're going to go back to TradingView, and we're going to go, what was the hour chart? Yeah. So we're on the hour, no, we're on the day. We're on the hour chart now. Let me go ahead and make this big. Resets, zoom in. All right. So October 3rd at 2100 hours. So I need to actually go back a little bit more. October 3rd. Oh, I can't go back too far. October 3rd. There we go. So I'm getting the harmonic XABCD pattern on TradingView. Going to October 3rd, 2100. October 3rd, 2100. It's going to be at the bottom of the candle because of the direction that it is. A is October. Oh, that must not. 12, 11. That must be 12. So October 12th. Oh, let's see if we can figure it out. Looks like I didn't take a good screenshot of that. So October 12th. It's just before, it must be here. And then B is October 14th at 1700. And October 16th at 9 a.m. And then the final one is October 30th at 1600. October 30th, 1600. Okay, whoops. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and log this. It might not be exact. I would normally say go ahead and look through and make sure that they're in the right places, but I don't want to waste your time. So this is what you would do if you got this particular alert. And then as you can see, it started to go up from that pattern. So these harmonic patterns are basically trade reversals. They tell you potential opportunities for a reverse in the trade. So as you can see, this had a really, really long, oops. There we go. It set a really, really long trend here. So in 14 days, 10 hours, this went, you could have potentially earned over 535 pips. So again, depending on how much the pip was worth, it could have been $53, it could have been $5,354, you know, it just depends on your lot size. And of course, the value of the pip. So this harmonic pattern formed and said, hey, this is going to go up, and sure enough, it did. So I mean, we are clearly in the green here, or the blue if you're using MT4 Trader. All right, so now what exactly did I do with this? So from here, I did a couple of things. One, I went to my monthly, and I actually did this on my phone, but I went to my monthly. I did some charting. So first thing I did was I went to look and see where about 8 months out was. So I did my vertical, put it on February because that's where 8 months was at. And then on month, I only do a couple of things. I do major support, major resistance, and then the equilateral parallel channel. So, oh look, I even had another harmonic pattern there. That's pretty nifty. So let's see. I do a horizontal line at the highest point, lock it, make it brown, or rather I change the template to monthly. Oh, no, I need it, yeah, monthly. So this is major resistance. If you're not sure what that is, again, say bootcamp down below and I'll be sure to get you the information. I do teach this there. And you'll have the opportunity for live coaching from me as well. I'll do another one at the bottom. So this should be the major support. And thank you, Lee Allen, for this. Let's see, what else? So from here, then like I said, I will zoom in a little bit. And then I'll add a parallel channel. So right here. And you may have to set your favorites up in order to have that. So put it down. One of the things that I've been told to do with parallel channels and trend lines is to have it go through as many wicks as possible. I've also heard it needs to stop at the candles, but I think it just depends on how you're trading. So I prefer to try and do it wick to wick and as many wicks as possible. Sometimes it's not possible except to do one, and then I'll bring it down to as low as I can, but as many wicks as I can. So right here might be best. Even though it doesn't go all the way down for this particular candle, it does hit this candle, this wick, and this wick. So I'm going to leave that there, lock it, put it on the template for monthly. Hey Ivan, hey Jeremy, thanks for joining. So once that's done, my monthly part is done, and then I go to weekly. And then I just go down through and do the same thing and add this all the way through the 1 hour charts. Now, the only difference between the monthly and any other time frame is that those are the only support resistance lines that I actually add to the monthly. Anything with daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour, I actually go in and I click on this particular one for the charting. So there's Heikinashi, there's the regular charts, and then there's the line. And there's also others. I haven't tested them out yet, but you can check them out right there. So I change it to the line. And then in these lower time frames, so 1 hour, 4 hour daily, and weekly, I will also look for opportunities to add support and resistance lines to help me determine my stop losses and take profits when I'm taking trades by myself without help from the scanner I was telling you about or without help from those educators. And I've actually had some really good results. You can see some of my past videos either on my profile, possibly on my Daily Wealth Ninja page, and of course on my YouTube channel. So that's what I do from here. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole process. I've done it several times before. If you would like some deeper analysis into this particular strategy, please feel free to connect with me. Send me a message, leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to get you inside of my free group. But basically, that's it. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Let me tell you what was really exciting about this particular trade and why I decided to trade it and talk to you about it specifically. So it was sometime about here, maybe here, something like that. And what happened was it looked like it was coming from an uptrend. So it looked like it was coming from an uptrend. Let me fix that. Make it easier to see here. Make it pink. Okay, and add an arrow to it. Oh no. Well, I won't add an arrow to it. We'll just do it for now. So it looks like it's going in an upward direction, right? But then it starts to get kind of choppy through here. So right through here is about where I started to see that it was in consolidation, meaning that it was having a hard time actually forming a trend, right? Let's see. And so it was about right here when this candle was working. See, it has this really tall wick here and a really long wick here. It was about there that I saw this consolidation forming, and I said, oh, here's a great opportunity for me to implement something that I learned from another educator. I believe it was Rodney. I think it was Rodney, and showing boxes. And so I added this box and I predicted, I told my team, I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. Here's what I'm looking at. And again, gave them the disclaimer. And I said, if it goes above this top line, you're going to want to do a buy stop, is what I told them. I said, do a buy stop for whatever this level was that I gave them. And look what happened. It just shot up, and now it's starting a new trend, right? And if it had hit here, they would need to make sure that it did a pass and check and then came back down before they would get in for a sell. So that was why I was so excited to share this particular trade with you, because this was something that I had learned within the last week, I think, maybe it was last week. And I thought would be really great to share with you today for my fellow Forex traders. So thank you again so much for watching. My name is Cassandra, aka the Daily Wealth Ninja. Feel free to find me on Facebook or any particular social media platform out there by Daily Wealth Ninja, this one right here. And feel free to ask questions, because seriously, I'm on a mission to empower at least 10 people to be completely debt-free by by the end of December 2019. And Forex, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to do it. It may not be residual income like direct sales network marketing can do for you, but it's something that you can do 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, from anywhere in the world that has an internet connection, and you have either your phone or your computer, and you don't have to be a salesperson. So that's why I'm sharing this with you today, so that you are knowledgeable about what's out there. And if you would like to partner up with me and learn how to receive the same information that I've been sharing with you today, and how to improve your own trades, go ahead and let me know. So again, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.